welcome to episode 5. Let's create a loading button. First off, of course, you're going to select the artboards you need and then go to Principal and import selected artboards. In my example, I imported all the states of CTAs that I need. In the end, we're going to have less artboards, but this way I can have my overview in Principal. First part of my file prep is going to be to label my states and all unite them in one artboard. So starting with my active CTA, continuing with the loading state, and finishing off with the success state, in this case saved. Once I have all three, I'm going to make them a component. And just for the sake of keeping my workspace clean, I'm gonna make sure to rename everything and get rid of the artboards that I don't need anymore. So now I'm ready to go back in there, in that component loading button, and create my interaction here. For that, I will just duplicate my first artboard and then delete everything from each artboard that I don't need until I see my 3 states again that I designed in Sketch or Figma. Now, to demonstrate something important about the logic of Principal, I will animate those 3 states as we designed them and show you the preview. And as you can see, the result is not quite what we were going for. And the reason for that gets visible if you open the animation menu and you don't see any animation. Why is that? Well, because there's simply no elements with the same name across the 3 artboards. That means there's no chance for Principal to perform an auto animate. Next step, we're going to change that and reach, let's say, a better result. So take a look at what happens if I just rename rectangle 10 to green and rectangle 12 to green. In the preview, you already can see that loading motion that we're looking for. And now that we're also having the blue bar, so an animation down there in the animation menu, we have also the chance to customize. Basically, you already have a loading animation now, but of course, there's room to improve. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of my copy because that also has to change. So again, if I want my copy to get animated, I need to put it on several artboards, let's say. So Principal can auto animate. So what I'm gonna do is to place the saved from the 3rd artboard also on the 2nd one, make it invisible, but it's there. You will see the difference in a sec. And then what I can also do is to move the whole animation further in time. So I will make sure that the saved will only appear once the saving selection animation is over, so a spectator can actually register that saving selection was there. And that really does take some playing around. then once you're happy with how it looks, go back to the parent and see it in the context of your screen. If you're happy with your loading CTA, loading button animation, you can skip ahead to export. But what I'm gonna add in here is a little extra demonstration of how to link from your component back to the parent artboard. Please check out the last episode if you want to see this one in slow detail. But at this point, I'm just gonna move on and do the animation between those two artboards, and the trigger will be my CTA that I just animated inside the component. So I'm going to go inside this component and then use the little lightning button, select auto, and then you will see the magic happen where the back to parent button was. So this button changes and now lets you select an artboard on your first level, on your surface level workspace. The last thing you could do is customize the slide up, sliding down, and make it a bit longer. I will do that to make the effect more visible. And yes, as you can see in your preview, the slide up now automatically closes once the loading button animation is over. We're ready to do the export. Tap that little recording icon and set your preferences, and happy sending your prototype around. Hope to see you next time. Bye!